I just want to give everybody a quick tip, or anybody who's planning a funeral service, about just to give you some guidelines about who maybe not to invite. For example, you probably shouldn't ask somebody who is during the funeral service going to complain about how long it is. You also probably don't want anybody there who's going to imply that the organizers of the funeral service lied to him about how long it was going to take. And you really don't want somebody speaking at the funeral service who is going to spend 95% of his remarks complaining about the fact that an election that was held over 2 years ago was stolen from him. I mean, think about it. There's a dead person there. Whatever. Don't know what else to say. A couple days ago, we learned that classified documents were found at Mike Pence's home. He had a lawyer search the premises out of an abundance of caution, which suggests to me that Pence probably knew the documents were there, but had just never done anything about it until suddenly having classified documents in your house has become a thing. But credit where credit is due. Pence did the right thing, called the FBI, called the National Archives, and the documents were returned. So now we have 3 documents cases. And it's safe to say that one of these things is not like the others. We're not comparing apples to oranges. The difference between Donald's document case and Biden and Pence's document case do not exist in the same universe of things. For example, once Biden and Pence found the documents, they returned them. Also, the documents are from times when they were in offices they no longer hold. So Biden's documents are from the time he was either vice president or senator, and Pence, obviously, from when he was vice president, which he no longer is. The simplest way to differentiate among these is also to point out that the National Archives didn't even know that the documents Biden and Pence have in their possession or had in their possession were even missing. Whereas for over a year, they were banging down Donald's door, first figuratively and then literally, to get their stolen property returned to them. I think there's a theme here, but basically, when the media are asking the question, does the fact that Pence also had classified documents in his possession help or hurt Donald's case? They are missing the point entirely. So, friends in the media, please get your facts straight. Thanks. The egregious Mike Pompeo, who was not only director of the CIA, but also served as Secretary of State during Donald's administration, is back in the news for being, shockingly enough, an egregiously awful human being. He has written a book, which nobody should buy, that came out on Tuesday. And he also sat down for an interview with the New York Times, in which he spoke extensively about the fact that I am simply paraphrasing here, in which he essentially said that, yeah, Khashoggi didn't deserve to die necessarily, but he wasn't really important as a human being. So what's all the kerfuffle about? By the way, Khashoggi didn't just die. He was brutally murdered by the direction of MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, a man who Pompeo continues to admire and prop up. So basically, in response to these just hideous comments, the publisher and CEO of the Washington Post put out a very aggressive statement condemning Pompeo and praising Khashoggi. And because he apparently just can't help himself, Pompeo responded in a tweet and essentially doubled down on being the worst fucking person on the planet. Good luck with that presidential run, Mike. I'm sure it's going to go really well for you. Tucker Fishstick Carlson has won a battle in his war against wokeness. Yes, those sexy animated M&Ms will no longer be representing the candy, thanks to Fishstick's indefatigable work against inclusivity and kindness. You would think that the Mars company, which makes M&Ms, would have welcomed the publicity, but even if it was stupid publicity like the kind Fish Sticks brought, but they have decided, instead of dealing with the firestorm on the internet, to change spokes candies to a spokesperson who will be Maya Rudolph. So congratulations to Maya Rudolph. I don't think one needs to feel bad about the fact that a bunch of cartoon M&Ms lost a job. So that's that for them and their footwear. But I do think it's important to point out that, as always, Fish Sticks has his fingers on the pulse of what really matters in the lives of Americans. It's not the fact that over 140 people have been slaughtered in mass shootings in the first 25 days of the year. It's the footwear. Fuck.